गौर हरि
जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि
जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि
जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि
जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
जय राधा गोविंद राधे
जय राधा गोविंद राधे
जय राधा गोविंद राधे
जय राधा गोविंद राधे
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तृष्ट श्री श्रीमद श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदि गौर भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नस्तरायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter 21, text number 40. There is no time for such long, only half an hour is there. Okay, no need to repeat. Text 45 to 47. प्रविश्यत तीर्थवरम् आदिराजः सात्मजः ददर्श मुनिम् आसीनं तस्मिन् हुताशनं विद्योत्तमानं वपुषा तपसा उग्रयुज चिरं नाटिक्षमं भगवतः स्निग्धापङ्गावलोकनात् तत् व्यावहृतामृतकला पूयूषा श्रवणेन च प्रांशुं पद्मपलक्षाक्षं जटिलं चिरवाससम् उपसंसृत्य मलिनं यथार्हणम् असंस्कृतम्। entering the most sacred spot with his daughter and going near the sage, the first monarch, Svāyambhuva Manu, saw the sage sitting in his hermitage, having just propitiated the sacred fire by pouring oblations into it. His body shone most brightly. Though he had engaged in austere penance for a long time, he was not emaciated, for the Lord had cast his affectionate sidelong glances upon him, and he had also heard the nectar flowing from the moonlike words of the Lord. The sage was tall, his eyes were large like the petals of a lotus. He had a matted lock on his head. He was clad in rags. Swāyambhuva Manu approached and saw him to be somewhat soiled like an unpolished gem. Purport. Here are the descriptions of a brahmachari yogi. In the morning, the first duty of the brahmachari seeking spiritual elevation is hutasana, to offer sacrificial oblations to the Supreme Lord. Those engaged in brahmacharya cannot sleep until 7 or 9 o'clock in the morning. They must rise early in the morning, at least 1.5 hours before the sun rises, and offer oblations, or in this age they must chant the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna. As referred to by Lord Chaitanya, Kalo nasteva 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 gatiranyatha. There is no other alternative in this age to the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. The brahmachari must rise early in the morning and after placing himself should chant the holy name of the Lord. From the very features of the sage it appeared that he had undergone great austerities. That is the sign of one observing brahmacharya, the vow of celibacy. If one lives otherwise, it will be manifest in the lust visible in the face and the body. The word vidyotamanam indicates that the brahmachari feature showed in his body. That is a certificate that one has undergone great austerity in yoga. A drunkard or a smoker or a sex monger can never be eligible to practice yoga. Generally, yogis look very skinny because of not being comfortably situated, but Kardama Muni was not emaciated, for he had seen the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Here the word snigdha pangavalokanat means that he was fortunate enough to see the Supreme Lord face to face. He looked healthy because he had directly received the nectarian sound vibrations from the lotus lips of the Personality of Godhead. Similarly, one who hears the transcendental sound vibration of the holy name of the Lord Hare Krishna also improves in health. We have actually seen that many brahmacharis and grahasthas connected with the International Society for Krishna Consciousness have improved in health and a luster has come to their faces. It is essential that a brahmachari engaged in spiritual advancement look very healthy and lustrous. The comparison of the sage to an unpolished gem is very appropriate. Even if a gem just taken from the mine looks unpolished, the luster of the gem cannot be stopped. Similarly, although Kardama Muni was not properly dressed and his body was not properly cleansed, his overall appearance was gem-like. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamy Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunya Paschatya Deshtarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a chapter titled Conversation between Manu, Svāyambhuva Manu and Kardama Muni. So this verse talking about how Swayambhuva Muni just approached Kardama Muni and in his hermitage, and he saw that the body of Kardama Muni was brilliant, though he had engaged in so much severe bodily austerities, but there was that tejas, that brilliance in his face. His hair was matted and he was not dressed properly, but still Swayambhuva Manu felt, here is a gem, though unpolished. A gem has its own intrinsic qualities of emitting brilliance irrespective of whether it is cut or not cut, because this is the nature of the diamond. The value of the diamond is diamond. So he could see this as a gem, that this personality is like a gem. Though for material appearances it looked like, what is this person? All in torn clothes, all not clean. Means doesn't look fresh. He has been just performing so many austerities. But yet there has been the tejas in his personality. So Prabhupada explains that this is due to the following of brahmacharya. So when one follows this, the lifestyle of a brahmachari, whether one is from the social point of view brahmachari or grahastha or sannyasi, does not matter, or a yogi or a babaji or whatever it is. Brahmacharya is an internal principle. Anybody who is interested in spiritual life should practice brahmacharya. And the brahmachari ashram is very specifically nicely suited for following the principle of brahmacharya. So Prabhupada nicely explains here that in our International Society for Krishna Consciousness also, one gets up in the morning and offers oblations unto the Supreme Personality of Nama Prabhu. As soon as one gets up, one should clean oneself up and immediately worship the Lord. Start the day with worshipping the Lord. And that should be in the Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta is a very favorable time for keeping our mind in a sattvic state, and therefore one does not sleep during Brahma Muhurta. And being the most favorable time for any spiritual activity, one executes the most important activity, which is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. So, how nicely this has been introduced by Srila Prabhupada, that early morning the devotees of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, they finish their 16 malas, one after the other, bead after bead, bead after bead, mala after mala, without any distraction onto anything else. So one is completely spiritually, one's chittam, one's consciousness body. We have a gross body, then we have a consciousness body. Consciousness body is our mind, intelligence and ego. Our consciousness body is just simply by hearing mantra after mantra after mantra, is like bathing our consciousness body. We take a physical bath, clean ourselves, everything. After that we chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, as instructed by the spiritual master, bead after bead, mala after mala. So one is executing this seva, this service, this worship of the Supreme Lord as the first thing in the morning. And you will see that once one takes shelter of the holy name of the Lord every day, 16 into 108 times, you impinge on your chittam, this shabda, by hearing. That is why I say don't think anything during japa. Just hear, because this sound is the incarnation of the Lord. This sound is the body of the Lord. There is no difference between the Lord and his avatara sharira. So this sound goes into our chittam and reverberates. Immediately, what all our karma, everything, the forces of material energy, all these things, they subside and our mind goes under full shelter of the holy name of the Lord. And the whole day the devotee gets guided simply by his morning nice chanting without diverting his mind into anything else. So this is an extremely important secret. How our mission runs, how all these things are managed simply on a day-to-day basis. We are guided by the holy name. It is by the japa yajna, sankirtana yajna, nama yajna that we are flourishing. We are maintaining ourselves and flourishing in this material world as a preaching mission. Or even your own individual life, day after day, is taken care of by Nama Prabhu simply by chanting the 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it is very important that you keep your mind completely empty of all other thoughts, all other concerns, and worship the Lord purely. Uninterruptedly, one should chant. Nama Prabhu is very happy. He expects us to exclusively give time for your chanting 16 rounds. Your whole life will change. As long as you neglect your japa, lot of hurdles will be coming. Mind will be always disturbed. There is no peace. There is no inner happiness that you are doing devotional service. If you do not take care of how to do proper this japa. If I have to take bath, I have to pour water on my body. Similarly, if you have to if you want to clean your chitta, you want cheto darpanam happens, then water has to be poured there, right? So what is this water? The sound. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You don't hear what you are chanting. Just like you take water, you pour water on, from the bucket, you take out water and pour, but not on your body. Bath is over. Will it work? No. Similarly, you start your japa, then continuously you are finishing 1 mala, 2 mala, 3 mala, 4 mala, mechanically chanting. And your chittam is not hearing those nama. It's just like taking water and, thinking you are taking bath. Unless the shabda goes inside, your chittam is not touching the nama. Your tongue is touching the nama. Chanting in vain. You're calling the Lord in vain. You're calling the Lord, but you're not actually taking Him into your heart. So what a difference it makes. Small difference. Hearing and not hearing. But it completely changes your life. So if you hear and chant, the whole day will remain fresh. And then it is possible very easily to follow the principles of brahmacharya. Because if you have to indulge in relationship with opposite sex, mentally, physically, relationship, friendship, all these things if you have to do, then, or if you have to take a relish in association of opposite sex, then you need lot of mental concoction. If you hear the nama, keep your mind pure, then that kind of attraction also, because this is completely, sex attraction is a complete mental concoction created over our childhood. That whole concoction is not there, then you will have no attraction. So therefore it is said that if you hear properly, and mind will automatically be, by touching the holy name of the Lord, it will be in Sattva Guna. So in Sattva Guna, you for thinking of sex enjoyment, association to men, all these things, you need Rajoguna. Automatically your consciousness lifts to Sattva Guna, and therefore it will show up in the face as tejas. The brahmacharya will show up in the face, devotees. You can always see that before we joined Krishna consciousness movement, if you see our photograph, and then after some time, even after 6 months, you compare your face, it completely is changed. The tejas is come because of feeding our soul with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Prabhupada is in the context of Kardama Muni's gem-like brilliance. Because of the holy name, Prabhupada is comparing it to the devotees in Krishna consciousness movement, who also, by chanting this holy name of the Lord every day, one becomes very brilliant And not only that, another interesting thing Prabhupada says, that the devotees improve their health. Improve their health. Why they improve the health? Health is connected to mental health. Physical health is connected to mental health. So, if we are in a very peaceful mental health, sattvic mental health, self-satisfied, not a mind which is full of unfulfilled desires and anxiety to fulfill those desires day and night. Such a mind is Rajasic mind. And because of the ups and downs of such desires, there is no peace in the mind, and it reflects in the form of even physical health. So once one comes to the Sattva Guna of the mind, it will also bring good physical health to the devotee. Mind is healthy, body becomes healthy. Very often devotees, their mind is not healthy, then lot of bodily problems also will come. Mind is also a machine, body is also a machine. Machine works according to its laws of our past karma. Our bodies work according to laws of past karma. Now you may be a devotee, but our karma keeps lingering, and according to that, whatever sickness, all these things has to come, it will come and go. But because the devotee maintains his mind fresh in association with the holy name every day, very easily from the mind the body achieves cure or healing. So therefore what Prabhupada says here is perfect, that similarly one who hears the transcendental sound vibration of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, also improves his health. Krishna consciousness have improved in health, and a luster has come in their faces. It is essentially engaged in spiritual advancement, look very healthy and lustrous. If you have to preach Krishna consciousness, we have to be bright. We cannot be dull. You cannot encourage anybody if you are dull. You have to be bright and enthusiastic, isn't it? Then people will get attracted to what you are saying. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Is there any calculations in giving respects to the devotees who are situated in different rasas?
Because of?
Who are situated in different rasas. Is there any calculation for giving respect to the devotees who are situated in different rasas? Let's say one devotee is situated in Santa Rasa, one devotee is situated in Dasa Rasa. Now, do we have any calculation in Vaishnava Siddhanta? Rasa-wise calculations. We have a calculation of seniority, that is one parameter. Do we have any other parameter regarding rasas?
No, all these things don't manifest now. We are all in general servitude rasa. They are in the elementary servitude rasa. So there is no need for analyzing these things and trying to understand that different respect due to different rasas. Okay.
In Bhagavatam, in one place, Prabhu, there we see Prahalada's position is, Pandava's position is higher than the Prahalada, and Uddhava's position is higher than the Pandavas. Like that, there is a comparison has been given. So that is how this question has been arranged. I mean, what is that calculation they have given there? On what basis they are giving that gradations?
Those gradations are based on whatever the scriptures say. We already know the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, that Dasya rasa is more, includes similarly a higher rasa includes all the lower rasas. Madhu rasa includes all the lower rasas, Vatsalya, everything. So when we know that there is a hierarchy of rasas, therefore we say gopis are the highest situated in complete rasa. So that itself is a measurement, no? Who is situated in a higher rasa with respect to Krishna? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, gopis are situated the highest rasa.
In spiritual world, we have that calculation, Prabhu. In material world, we may not come across this kind of calculations.
That's why I'm saying material world, don't bother.
Yes, Prabhu.
That is the first answer I gave. Don't bother.
Okay.
Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Give your respects to everybody. There's no need to use your intelligence to differentiate between this and that. We can discuss, you get yourself nicely trained and you go and we will guide you how to lead people into, more and more people in Africa into Krishna consciousness. Only one thing is required. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. With that one weapon, you can go anywhere. Not only Africa, you can go to hell. New York was hell. He went to hell. Tompkins Park was hell, full of sinful activities in the holy name of the Lord. The holy name is so powerful. Every day we can see. Just like you bath, afterwards you will feel the freshness. That's because of the water. You don't need any further evidence. You bathe, you will feel fresh. Yes, water has caused freshness. We chant 16 rounds, nicely hearing. You can feel the soul's freshness the whole day. That means it is not ordinary sound. It is cleaning my chittam. Dedicate your life for chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Hare Krishna and propagating Hare Krishna.
In Ayodhya.
In Ayodhya.
Yeah, Sri Rama Pratishtha. So any donors or well-wishers, when they are calling, no, they will come. So will it be proper to educate them to, like we say like Hare Krishna, we can also tell them that Jai Sitaram. So we have a belief that we can approach Lord only through his internal energy. Or you can try to educate them like that?
No, let them become serious first. Let them chant Jai Shri Ram, no
Yeah,
problem.
they are devotees only already.
Afterwards, if they are serious, then you can take them to the next level. Don't criticize them or correct them. Let the whole India chant Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Then there is a next level. If they are seriously following Bhakti Yoga, then teach them all the Jai Sita Ram. You have to be very practical. You have to encourage people without making them feel that you are not doing rightly you should chant Jai Sita Ram. Without doing that, if you can encourage them and teach them that always you cannot separate Rama from Sita, you cannot separate Lakshmi